What is up everyone, I'm Skratch, welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. We are currently on the test server, guys, and we're here because yesterday we completely forgot to talk about Krok'mar and Hydra clan boss, right? I know a lot of you guys will be very interested to use this champion in the Hydra clan boss, mainly because of his passive. Now, when I initially looked at him, right, for me it's kind of like having a cruelty blessing on the champion, right? So if I already have that, I'm kind of like gonna disregard this champion from my mind. I'm not going to think about Hydra, but I know a lot of you guys will think about Hydra, so let's give him a go in there and see how well he will actually help the team. So he will decrease the defense on all the heads. Being AoE is actually pretty nice. It's going to be nice on a curse set. Some of you guys might prefer a provoke, but I definitely prefer curse set on it because it's AoE, and I would rather use a provoke set on a different champion or use a provoker that's capable to keep the head of decay provoked. Only one head in the Hydra can get provoked, 4 heads can get cursed, so having a curse set on him is going to be better, but I'm going to show you all the builds at the end. And something that will be very helpful for people that are progressing through the game is decreasing the accuracy or the resistance on the Hydra heads depending which one of them is higher. So the head of Mischief will get his accuracy decreased a bit, the head of Suffering will get his resistance decreased a bit, which can be pretty nice if you are struggling to get your accuracy or resistance up, or if you're struggling to get your damage up. You know, you can slightly modify some of the stats depending on how your great halls look as well. I feel like this is definitely going to give a lot of value to people that haven't reached the end game with the great halls maxed and stuff like this. You know, a lot of times nowadays it happens that you are end game and your great hall is not maxed yet because it takes such a long time to do it, you know. So that's kind of like an idea. So I just wanted to show you guys how the champion will perform in Hydra. We are going to go on Nightmare. Let's just go on Nightmare. This is the team that we're running. We have a Cardiel. He's going to give us some healing. He's going to give us ally attack, the speed aura. Plus, he's going to have the revive on that. Block debuffs, another cleanse. We have Lydia for increased speed, defense down, strengthen, weaken. We have to hand rack for block buffs, decrease attack, and of course, other things that come from her kit. She's going to deal with the Head of Torment. We have Skull Vargal as the provoker in here. We have a Krok'mar just to bring me the cruelty. So yes, my blessing on Lydia is only a 5-star. That's gonna decrease the defense already quite a bit on the heads. Then Krok'mar is gonna do it even more. And of course I have Nut in here. Now, the main reason why I wanted to bring Cardiel is to have the ally attack as well, to speed up the passive on Krok'mar and to drop the defense and the rest of the things on the Hydra heads faster, you know, because if no, I might get to kill some of them before I even get to make the most out of Krok'mar's passive, and then kind of like becomes a bit irrelevant to use him in a team like this, you know. I will show you all the builds at the end, guys. I tried to make Krok'mar the mischief target too, so I gave him resistance, and the only preset that I have on this team is to make sure that Nut is not using his A2 when we're gonna try to go on aura, you know. So block buffs landed on everybody. We put the brimstone on the right champion. We can actually buff with her. Skull or Vargal putting the provoke, of course. Cardiel, ally attack. We're going to go on the Head of Decay to make sure we're going to crit hit with the Krok'mar, and the A1 is going to become AoE, and there we go. Beautiful, and now I can actually target the Head of Mischief to try and take it out first. Slowly. My Cardiel is built for damage too, so that's another DPS champion that I have on here. I don't really need to buff with Krok'mar, right? I'm just going to go with the A2 directly. And I can rotate that skill a bit faster now. What happens is that I'm getting that continuous heal on the lead, so that's gonna be a bit of an issue here. So let's go like this. I have a provoke set on Skull or Vargal just to help me to keep that provoke in line on everybody, you know. And let's try to take the Head of Mischief out as fast as possible. We're gonna reduce the bad RNG basically. We have decreased attack on the Head of Red. We have a block buff, so I don't need to put a revive on that. That's not going to be a concern. Not at the moment anyway. Okay. Krok'mar, we can get an extra turn now. So that's going to help to rotate the A2 a bit faster. And I just targeted the wrong head from mistake. I'm supposed to click on the Head of Decay because that's magic affinity. And we have a lower chance to crit basically. So that's a problem. We have 2 magic heads in here. And Krok'mar is weak affinity against them, you know, so we gotta take that in consideration as well. Okay, we haven't landed a provoke there, unfortunately. but we should be able to rotate fast enough to use the A2 all the freaking time, you know? So there we go. Hex on the head of Mischief. Let's take you down. Let's take you down. And now from here on, we're gonna do the job without a problem. I'm gonna cleanse after with Cardial. Beautiful. Brimstone on him, but we're gonna provoke him. We don't wanna let him cleanse, you know? And the main thing with this team to Hanorach, if you're not manualing to use the A2 on the right head, you know, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you a lot, because a lot of times she's not gonna spread the right buffs ahead. And again, I'm saying it, and I'm targeting the wrong head again, you know. Skratch, pay more attention. Pay more attention. We want to get him down as well, the head of decay, you know. So only one hex set is not enough, though. I feel like 2 it always tends to work a bit better. Let's use A1. Boost the thermometer a bit, you know, to ensure that we're gonna rotate fast enough to keep that provoke on the head of decay. Turn 8, 6 million damage, not too shabby actually. No decreased speed on this head here. I'm gonna use that skill just to rotate his A2, drop a bit of damage, maybe a cheeky hex landing here and there. Okay, it landed on everybody else except this head, so let's just target that to get a bit of extra damage. There we go. And provoke, no need to use that. Let's use the AoE attack instead. And what do we have? The Head of Torment. Okay, so that's not a problem. Let's put block buffs on him. Hanorach is gonna deal with this, so as long as I don't have counter attack on, you know, we're gonna be more than fine. Lydia, of course, she will counter attack all the time, so that can create us issues 100%. 2 magic heads, man, and Newt in the team. I'm supposed to bring in an Acrisia or something else just to wipe this faster, you know. I don't want to wipe the run too fast either, you know, because I wanna see the end a bit. How well is Krok'mar doing in here? Now a lot of the damage will come from the hex. I'm warning you from before, so you're aware of what's going to happen, you know. There we go. Okay, Newt, do you have your A3? Let's go and take this cheeky bugger off. 381k at the moment. The biggest hits do go on the head of decay, and I'm wondering. I have provoke on him too. Let's hope that he's going to counter attack, please. Krok'mar. Okay, he didn't. So we got one of the heads down, and then we're gonna prioritize the Head of Torment. Now the best damage here would be to constantly target the head of Suffering, and then the next best thing will be to hit the head of Rat. That's the second one that will give me a lot of damage when I'm hitting enemy max HP hits, when I'm hitting the cap, you know. So as an idea, do we have any hex? We have 1 hex. The hex expired on the other one, so let's go with the A1 here. Come on, hex. Okay. Again, not having the masteries to increase the chance to drop the hex is not that great, because he doesn't need accuracy. He doesn't really need support, the support tree on him, you know, so that makes a bit of a difference. Okay, getting that cleanse in. Let's use the AoE attack. We don't need that provoke. I could put it on auto, guys, but I prefer to manual just to make sure the champions are doing the right skills, and I don't have to retry this multiple times. I'm already at 30% from the damage, so we're pretty good. Okay, another AoE attack, and did we landed any hex, man? No hex dropping. My God, what's this RNG game? What is this RNG? Can you give me more hex, please? That's why I like to have 2 champions on hex. I'm actually gonna click on auto, select the head of Torment, and just get it out of here as fast as possible, and the rest doesn't really matter. I'm going to fast forward towards the end of the run, where we're gonna get to see the total damage, or even better, we're gonna stick with it, just in case if any of you guys want to see what's happening with the entire run, you know. So we're just gonna do a bit of more commentary over it, because you know what, Skratch didn't talk enough for the last 15 minutes here or so. So there we go. We're gonna target the head of Suffering here, because he's gonna give me the highest damage from Newt's A3, and that will be pretty damn juicy if we would have hex on the decapitated heads, you know. The only thing is that the A3 is on a 4-turn cooldown, so we have to wait quite a bit with Newt for that to come in play. We can actually do that as well, and slowly just deal damage on whoever. Doesn't really matter, you know. We do want to land the provoke on here, so hopefully the Skull or Vargal didn't attempt to use the A2 before because I haven't paid attention to it. If he did, it's gonna be a bad thing. Provoke with the A1, nice. Provoke set, you see, that was helpful. That was helpful. Okay, so we're not doing too bad, considering that my only real DPS, like strong DPS in here is Snoot, right? And he's gonna have probably like such a big difference in damage. Hex is gonna help Krok'mar a lot. Damn, we had no block buffs again. You see, if I let it go on auto, everything gets messed up and still no block buffs. Okay, we do have it now. Krok'mar got devoured. Might be a bit of an issue. Okay. Might be a bit of an issue just for the simple fact that he's the Hex champion. And the Head of Mischief decided to take him. And I don't really have a lot of AoE damage, you know? I don't really have a lot of AoE damage in here. And so far it seems like none of the hits are going on the Head of Mischief. All of them get redirected. Okay, one Brimstone, that was good. Oh, and we got resisted on the provoke. Is that what happened right now? With Skull or Vargal, I feel like that's what happened. Come on, get my Krok'mar out of there, please, guys. This Head of Mischief is being naughty with us. That's again. I'm gonna repeat myself. That's why I like to have 2 Hex sets on my champions, or have 2 Hex champions. This helps a lot, and the damage generated is just so much higher. And I feel like that's it. We lost Krok'mar. The RNG was so bad on this run right here. Unbelievable, actually. I cannot believe how bad was the RNG that we lost Krok'mar on the run. And just to see his damage, I'm gonna stop the run. I can definitely get the 1 key, not a problem. You see, you click on auto, RNG can happen every now and then, not on our side. And mainly was all to Hanorak not spreading the block buffs on the Head of Mischief with that A2, and that created us all the issue that we had, you know. Unfortunate. Okay, so we need 2 more million damage, which can be pretty spot on. Just so you guys don't say after that, my god, Skratch used that team and he was not able to 1 key. My god, I cannot believe it. The Head of Torment. Okay, so we're gonna go for you. He's gonna cleanse as well, which is annoying if we're not gonna provoke. I feel like Skull or Vargal was using the provoke, but on the wrong on the wrong Hydra head here before. I feel like that's what was happening. He was going for some magic head, and that was the main issue. Okay, let's hit that head of Torment in there. Once we're gonna take our Newt out, and there we go. We should be more than safe, you know, because Newt had his A3 available, so that's gonna generate a lot of damage. Once we're gonna target the head of Suffering, that should be right about now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we haven't got that the Head of Mischief down, and there we go, guys. So job done. 3-6. We're out of here. And battle. So let's see. Unfortunately, Krok'mar got Irem before, and just as an idea, okay? Just as an idea, he did enable a bit of extra damage on my team because of his passive. Now, my Great Hall is maxed on the ignore defense on the Hydra. This is the test server, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, that part. But either way, we have Cardiel with 4.6 million damage. We have Newt with 12.8. My Cardiel is on Savage. Lydia, 4 million damage. She does have 5-star cruelty on. Krok'mar, 7.5 million damage. And because he got devoured early, I feel like he lost probably 500k damage at least. To Hanorak with 5.3. Vargal with 2.6 million damage. So let me just quickly show you the builds on the champions. Now this is my Krok'mar here. I feel like he's the only one that really matters in terms of builds to show you guys, but I'll quickly browse on the other champions as well. He's on a cursed and a crit damage set. I do have too much crit rate on him. I could lower it by changing some different pieces of gear on him, but you know what? Was working the way it is, so no stress. 86k HP, 227 speed, 95 crit rate, 253 crit damage, 487 resistance. Now, because of his passive, this resistance should be enough to deal with the head of mischief, you know. Masteries, offense and defense 3, War Master. The reason why I went with Rejuvenation is not gonna help him at all, but is because I wanted to get the resistance, right? And none of these were really going to help him either, you know. So I went with Rejuvenation to let me go down on the rest of the 3 to counter attack, but I feel like not really important. Getting this, and that's about it, you know. This would have been better for more damage reduction, but War Master. Then we have, what other champion we had? Cardiel. I'm quickly gonna show you my Cardiel, just in case if you're curious. You see the Master is right here. Offense, support, Savage, total stats. I'm not even gonna read them for you guys. You can stop the video and check the champions if you are really interested to see the rest. To Hanorak. I feel like I made a video a bit too long already. Too long. To Hanorak. There we go. Fast. She does have crit rate as well. My bad. Seems like I skipped the champion there. Let's go back. Click too fast on her. To Hanorak right here. Total stats. Bit of damage speed. Masteries. Then we had Lydia. Total stats. Masteries. Then we had Nut. The Nutty Boy. Savage, he's my Fire Knight build. I haven't changed nothing on him. Masteries. Giant Slayer. Then we had... Who else we had? Skull Lord, and that's it, right? Don't think I missed anyone. On Provoke. Fast. Accuracy. That's about it. Offense, support 3. That was all for the video. Let me know your thoughts about Krok'mar in the comments down below. Do you really want to get him for Hydra? You think he's going to bring a lot of value on your account? I still think if you have Cruelty, you don't really need him, but it's not bad to take you to ignore the defense by 100%. And I wouldn't personally use him on any of the high difficulties if I would get him on my account. I feel like he wouldn't improve my damage. He would actually decrease my damage in my teams. But how I mentioned, it's not all about my teams. It's about your teams if you're summoning the champion. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.